If I'm live, I might be live. Hello, friends. Hopefully we're live. I feel live. OBS has been having some trouble with the connection lately when I connect, but I think it's live. All right, cool. Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Hope everybody had a good holiday. Figured I'd do a stream before New Year's because lots of cool stuff came out in the last few days, last few weeks, whatever. I'm not going to cover it all tonight. I'm just going to cover SVD Temporal ControlNet. Some of you might have seen Stable Video Diffusion and what it does, where you take an image and then you can bring it to life, like Runway or Pika. Someone very smart, Sierra Strawberry, figured out how to use depth maps to guide SVD. And then Kijai wrapped it up for ComfyUI, so now we can use it in Comfy. The link to the download is in the description below if you want to install along with me. I will just go through the two things I had to do to get it to work because yeah, if you're trying to use it and it doesn't work, this will probably be why. So I ran into a bunch of problems when I started to run it. And that's because the Python environment that comes with Comfy was had the wrong version of diffusers. So I had to go to my command line. I had to go to Comfy. And inside the Comfy folder, there's a folder called Python Embedded. And in that Python Embedded folder, you will find a python.exe. That python.exe is the one you need to run pip install on to make things happen. So let me pull up the command real quick so I don't get it wrong. Got all this help on the Banadoko server as usual. If you're not on there, get on there. It's great. Okay. In the Stable Video Diffusion channel. Yeah. So python.exe, python.exe -s-m and pip install -u and then diffusers. And what that'll do is it will I'll just paste that into the chat here for everybody, just in case you need that for when you're running it. And basically what that will do is it will update diffusers and allow this custom node to load when you load it up. So when you load it up, it'll get rid of the error. And then, this one isn't in Comfy Manager, so you need to install it manually. You can do that by either git cloning from the folder, like so, in ComfyUI custom nodes. So you can git clone and then paste in the URL to the thing, and it will, the ComfyUI Temporal's ControlNet, and it will put the thing in place. Then you can reboot ComfyUI and it will install. If it fails, it's probably this other command you have to run, the diffusers command. So run that, and yeah, that'll get you all up to date. And then if you look in this folder here, in the examples folder, there is actually a JSON file that you can use to load it up in ComfyUI, and it's basically this. I've extended and done a couple things with this, but I'll go over what I've done now. All right, cool. So you get this workflow up and running, and this node here is the one that will fail if your diffusers is out of date. So you're going to want to, if that's red and it's complaining, and you go the usual route of going to the manager and then install missing custom nodes, it's not going to be there. It's too new, I guess. I should mention this is very new. Yeah, so there will probably be a proper I forget what the word is, a proper version of this soon in Comfy. But right now we got this hack. So what this does is it takes an input image or video, in this case. It will put the subject on a green screen using robust video matting. And then I just resize and crop the image into the depth maps. to match the input width and height here. So set your input width and height, set your video that you want to upload for the input, tell it what frame you want it to start on, and it'll do 14 frames as is SVD's nature. You prompt it, and then what it'll do is it will take the model, it'll take the first frame, and it will do a generation based on that. Then it will use this generation to feed into SVD to animate it using this depth map as the source. Pretty straightforward, pretty cool. We can watch it in action here. Let me grab a video from Pexels. One person in the frame tends to work better, but it's not too bad at multiples. It looks like a person walking. Yeah, that should work. So just download the file and then load it in Comfy. I've been noticing this thing with Comfy lately. You have to like go away and back to the video for it to show up. I don't know why. I don't know what's going on there. It's driving me crazy. And then the only thing I want to do here is in my crop node, I want to pick top center because I want to try and get her face in there. So let's see if we can change her into Mr. Bean. Illustration, pencil crayon. So yeah, now it's cutting the background out of the video and grabbing 14 frames starting at frame number 20. So there. Then it's going to crop it in the center to this resolution. There we go. There's Mr. Bean. And now it is rendering. If you want to retain the original background from the image, you don't have to use this robust video matting if you don't want to. You can just bypass it. If you don't have this node, it's you can get it in the manager. Yeah, video matting. It's cool. It can pull the background out of any thing and put the subject on the front. Yeah, so now it's made the first frame. It's fed the first frame into SVD. It's going to use this depth map. Well, actually, we don't have an output of the depth map yet, but it's going to use the depth map from this animation, and it's going to try to guide. Yeah, I'm going to guide this. Hopefully, we'll get Mr. Bean walking, holding a cell phone. Not bad. Now it's going to interpolate that, give us a nice interpolated output. And then it's going to just slap them all together so we can compare it to the original input footage. It's pretty impressive. Now I noticed the footage is in... No, it's not in slow motion. Kind of is, though, by the time we get it here. So when you load a video with the VHS nodes, the load video node, you can actually skip frames. So this select every nth, it means like if you have it set to 1, it'll do every frame. If you have it set to 2, it'll do every other frame. If you have it set to 3, it'll do a frame, skip 2 frames, do the 3rd frame, skip 2 frames, do the 5th frame, so on and so forth. The idea is you can make the video twice as fast, 3 times as fast, 4 times as fast by skipping frames when it's loading them. In this case, because our interpolation is actually like 3 times slower, we could actually probably, if we set this to 3, we'll get 3 times as many frames, in the sense that we'll get, 3 times as many things will happen in the time, but those frames will have less, there'll be less frames in between them. So the JSON workflow comes with the SVD Temporal ControlNet thing. It's in the downloads below. You just go into the examples folder and drag that JSON file in here. The only thing I added was the robust video matting. The rest of this stuff's all built in. Load video. So yeah, let's try it at 3 times the speed, because we're interpolating here 3 times. Where's our RIFE? Yeah, multiplier by 3. So yeah, if we do this, it should we should get more video, but it's way faster. But because we're interpolating the frames between, we might split the difference here. We'll see. And if you want to see how to add the robust video matting node, I literally just loaded it after the load video, image to video frames, that image out to the video combined. You just pop it right in between. And if you don't need it, just bypass it, Control B. The only other node I added was the crop. So I just added a crop. The logic's kind of confusing. But we're getting our width and height from the top here. So we had to feed that into both of the image resize and image crop, and then you just have to kind of play with it until you get them in the right positions. You don't actually need to crop. I just wanted to, so I could get one-to-one stuff in the videos. Otherwise, stuff gets squished when you just resize. But there's also a true button. Where is it? On the resize node. There's a keep proportion, true, false. If you keep proportion, it'll resize it and maintain aspect. That's what I used before the crop, so that it would keep the aspect ratio, but resize it to the size. So get the width, resize the image, crop it, drop it into the other stuff. That way your 3 images are the same width and you won't get an error when they all combine. These image concatenate nodes are really picky about the videos being the correct width and height. Yeah. That's pretty cool. Mr. Bean looks good. So if we remove the robust video matting node and we just run it again, it should keep the background in place. And that might make a different type of animation. The reason I've been pulling the backgrounds out is because it makes the depth map focus more on the person. We'll see when this one's done whether having the background in. Yeah, it looks like it made a whole bunch of crazy stuff. So yeah, I think with this method, it's probably best to either use pre-matted, pre-green screen footage, or just use robust video matting, and then it doesn't have to be green. Green is just a default. If you go here, you can change this background color to any color, or I believe any hexadecimal color code. So yeah. You want it to be black, you want it to be white, you want it to be purple, you want it to be red. Whatever color doesn't clash with the background footage, I guess. And that'll help the depth map understand sort of the background better, because otherwise looks like this might just be nonsense, but it's hard to tell until it's done. So let's just wait and see. Oh, I should mention, This process requires 12 to 16 gigabytes of VRAM. It's usually hitting around 13 gigabytes on my machine. So I would say probably actually 16 gigabyte minimum of VRAM to make this work. Just fair warning if you're trying to get this to run on something with 8 or 12. It might still work. It just might be slow because it's swapping to system memory. But the actual process doesn't really take that long, so it might not be that bad. But yeah, just fair warning. This is very, very VRAM intensive process. It actually probably can. The problem with marigold depth, as you know, probably is it takes so long to render it, you know? Well, I'm not actually too upset at how this looks. It's nice to have the background information. You can actually see it represented in the background, but I think the background is taking on that pencil crayon thing, so maybe I have to describe the scene more now that I have the background added. So what if we have Mr. Bean holding a mobile phone standing in a concrete building? Like, will that help the background possibly? Oh, did I yeah, I unchecked it anyway. Let's cancel that. Let's uncheck you and run it again. Oops, just the one, please. So now that I've added a background to the prompt, will it? Yes, it did. It did actually affect the background. That's pretty interesting. So yeah, I guess it's really about what you prompt to get that first image. And if you don't like where it's at, you can cancel this at any point while SVD is running and just rerun new prompts, new whatever. You don't have to wait for it to finish if you don't like the generation. You can just kill it. You just this here view queue in the side. You make that big, and then you'll see your tasks here. You can just cancel it. Sometimes it's really good at backgrounds. Marigold depth is really cool. It's just it takes forever to generate. Especially for videos. It's fine for an image, but once you have more than 16 frames, you know. Nice. Don't love the eyeball, but you know, whatever. So yeah, let's try a different video, input video. I'm just mainly looking for someone in the center, easy to crop, interesting looking. That'll work, I think. Yeah, let's try that. You video, you. And again, just go, if it doesn't show up, just go like over a video and then back and it'll show up. I don't know what's going on with that. That's very annoying. All right, should we have Mr. Bean contemplating? Sure. Thinking about life. See if we can turn this into a concrete background. Oh, it did. Okay, let's actually, before we do this, let's get off the animated. Let me try the realistic vision one and go Mr. Bean, portrait, photograph, 35 millimeter lens, Fujifilm. See if we can get a nice realistic. Nice. Damn. Now I wonder if the speed is actually having a negative effect on SVD because I'm pulling in the input frames at 3 times the speed. So it might be not the right speed for the motion flow on SVD. Let's see what this looks like. I don't know why I'm yawning. Had a coffee. Maybe I need another one. Why is he rubbing his hands together? Okay. Let's get that back to 1. It's getting a little flickery. Let's just try that again. Yeah, either more RAM or hopefully we'll find methods of doing this stuff that takes way less resources, you know? That'd be ideal. Just make it possible to do it on like 6 and 8 gig cards. I think most people don't mind waiting as long as they can get their foot in the door and do it. Like I didn't mind waiting on my 3070 on the things I could do, but when you don't have enough VRAM, it's just annoying because you can't even try. Luckily, you can go on like Run Diffusion and Run Pod and stuff. I think you can get 50 cents an hour on Run Diffusion or something. It's pretty good. I also have my motion bucket ID kind of high. It's at 100. Could turn that down a bit. We'll see. This should be smoother because the input video will be smoother. Slower, more specifically. More frames. Nah, it still just mangles the face. I wonder if there's anything I can do about that. Now, a last image. Last image. Wait. Did they add? No. Why give us the last image? Why give us the last image unless we can run? Can we use this to extend the runs? I feel like it's already been VAE decoded. So if we use this as a init image for the next run, I think it would actually be better to just do unrelated runs with fixed seeds. I am curious to see if we can turn that into absolute goo, though. Tempting. Why would I want the last image? I'm just trying something stupid here. Width and height. I'm going to see if we can extend the run. Yeah, screw it. 25. SVD XT frames. 25. Okay. So we're going to generate the first one with the depth, and then we're going to extend it with SVD, but I think it's just going to turn into goo. I mean, that should just run, right? Oh, right. Yeah, of course. Oh, I bet this is like too much VRAM. Well, maybe not. Oh, 17 gigs of VRAM. No, that made goo. Why? Why did that make goo? Oh, do I need to run a K sampler on this? Yes, of course I do. Of course I do. Of course I do. Yeah, dumb. Okay, latent. Yeah, and then latent to here. Yep. And then positive and negative. And the model comes from here. Okay. Stupid. Okay. We could stitch these two together at the end. So we'd have to image concatenate. So that in that RIFE. I don't know if this is correct, but it's funny. Okay. If I'm right, that should concatenate the two videos together. Assuming this one isn't total garbage, which it might be. Let's fix that seed so we can run it again. Yeah, 16, 17 gigs to do this dumb workflow. So, oh Jesus! Now, why did that happen? Let's have a think. Huh. It's like the wrong kind of noise or something. Oh, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Good call, good call, good call. It's totally the CFG. Yeah, it's supposed to be super low with SVD, right? Good call. I love when you Google the answer and your face shows up. It's like you don't even know the answer. What do you say, Bay? Still gonna be goo because I had the CFG up way too high again. Oh, right, 14 and 25. It's not gonna work. They're two different lengths. Oh, concatenate's not the right thing I want to do anyway. I actually want to. Does it combine? Yeah, image combine. So we're gonna take the first run out of here. Where's the first run? There it is. First run, and then the second run, and then combine that into this. Right? Yeah, sure. All right, let's try it. It's crazy how it runs again and again with the fixed seed on SVD. I guess the seed is yeah, I get lends credibility to the fact that the motion buckets are not specific. The IDs are not specific motions. I have another crazy idea if this works. I wish we had loops in Comfy. But yeah, I have a terrible idea. And unfortunately, I think it'll work. So in this method, we're extending it. Yeah, it's looking better. Yeah, it was definitely the CFG. You're right, Cryptic. Okay. So instead of using SVD to extend it like this, what if we do... Okay. I'm going to leave this. I'm going to unplug these. I'm going to delete all this lovely work we just did because we don't need this. It was just a testing thing. Okay. We have the first 16 frames, first 14 frames of this video, right? Why can't we just do this over and over and then stitch them together, yeah? Grab 15, grab the next 15, grab the next 15. So I'm going to do 3 of them in a row with a fixed seed. I'm just trying to figure out the logistics of this here. I don't want to duplicate all this stuff, but I think I have to. So let's think about it another way. Why don't I make a stitcher? Yeah. I will do the process several times, then we'll make a new workflow that just stitches those videos together. That's easier. Okay. So 896 by 640. We're grabbing 14 frames. We're starting on frame 1. So we want to do the first animation. We'll be skipping no frames at the beginning. I mean, we technically already have it, but I'm just going to save this workflow. I'm going to delete some of this stuff. I don't need this anymore. Don't need... Yes, of course, I need this. That makes my thing. And then we're going to use this to stitch together the final video. So I'm going to just move it down here for now. Okay. So if we think about it this way, we'll grab 14 frames, then 14 frames, then 14 frames, then 14 frames. And then I'll just make another thing that stitches those 4 together into a thing and then combines them. And then we'll see what that looks like as the things. And I think it's essentially like a sliding context window, but without the context. The context is the depth map. This will probably make more sense when we actually do it. Okay, so let's do our first clip, which we're going to save these into a new folder so I don't lose my mind. We're going to call this Mr. Bean. And we're going to put these in the test, Mr. Bean test. Yeah, all right, bring it. And those are all the 10 frame per second renders. And then we'll stitch those together and RIFE them. We'll RIFE them. Okay. Save the output. Almost missed that. So they just added this save output button. It's pretty sweet. Music just got suddenly loud. All right, cool. All right, cool. You're good. You're good. You're good. You're good. You're good. So we'll do our first run. And that's going to grab the first. Yeah, first 14 frames. Right? Did I miss something? Oh. Well. Can I just bypass you guys for now? What? Oh, right. This is done. Okay. So let's check the output folder and see if it's there. Mr. Bean. There you are. Beauty. All right. So now we're going to skip the first 15 frames. No, we're going to start on skip first frames 14. I can't figure out the math. I think it's 14. I don't know if it's 14 or 15, but we'll see. So now this should run a new run. That's going to change his shirt. It is a fixed seed, so whatever. So yeah, let's get 4 of them, and then we'll stitch them together and see if it like makes a coherent animation. If it does, then we could think about building out a giant workflow for doing it all in one go. But it's kind of easier just to move the needle yourself, stitch together later. Nice part is we're going to get our context refresh every 14 frames. So the smearing that happens as it's pulled across SVD will be sort of fixed every 14 frames ish. So this should be the next 14 frames coming through here now. Funny. Okay, cool. So this will work. So let's go a 14 plus 14, 28. Hit it. 28 plus 14, 42. Hit it. And 42 plus 14, 56. So we've queued them up, and now it's just going to run them one after the other. And then when it's done, we will have the thingies. And while that's going, I'm actually going to build the workflow for stitching them together. That's the nice part about Comfy is he doesn't give a shit. You can run whatever you want. While it's running, it just goes in the queue. All right. We're going to need to stitch. I think I'm doing 5. So let's set up 5 load. Let's use VHS load video path nodes. The load video node's been giving me problems lately. So 2. I'm going to need 5 of these. Okay, this is hilariously awkward, but it'll work, I think. All right. Does that make sense? First video and the second video are combined. First video and second video are then combined with the third video. Those 3 videos are combined with the 4th video. Those 4 videos are combined with the 5th video. Okay, and then we're going to add a RIFE node. That's our interpolation. We're going to go 2 times. Actually, we'll go 3 times because it's at 10 frames per second, the input footage. And that'll give us 30 frame per second footage. And we're going to add a video combine node. And that'll do our final. And we're going to set that to 30 frames per second. We're going to call that final stitch, SVD final stitch. P4, we'll lower this to about 18 or 19. This is your quality. The lower the better, but the higher the file size. Diminishing returns below about, 14. Much larger files for not much more quality. This hurts my whole brain. It's very hard to figure out the smart way to display all this, but whatever. Okay, so if I go to AI Comfy output and I go to my Mr. Bean folder, I want this one, copy as path, paste, second one, paste, third one, paste, fourth one, whoops, paste, and should be one more going. I'm going to set the final to ping pong as well so it goes back and forwards. All right. And then, oh, okay. Yeah, it's. Cool. That's all 5. So let's get the path for this one. Just right click on the file, copy as path, paste it into the corresponding loader. All right. We can leave all the settings alone. They're all fine. We're going into RIFE. We're going to thingy it, ping pong it, and render it. Oh, what's the problem? Interesting. MP4 not work. Why? Does it need to know the frame rate? Oh, I guess it's 10. Okay. Let's try a VHS load video node. That's weird. AI comfy outputs. Hello, Khalid. Hey, Felipe. We're playing with Stable Video Diffusion, depth map, using depth maps to do the footage. Right now I'm trying to see if I can extend the clips past the sort of 14 frame limit we have. But Comfy's not playing nicely. Output, Mr. Bean. Where are you, Mr. Bean? Mr. Bean. There you are. Okay, Mr. Bean test 1. Okay, these. All right. Let's just see if it works. Okay. I guess the path loader one is broken right now, so that's fine. I'll just do this. VHS load video. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Number 2. And 3. Number 4. And number 5. Okay. And then 1, 2. Yeah. Nope, that's not right. Okay, let's just disconnect all these. Thank you. Okay, that's all correct. Okay, so you're going to 1. You're the second one. You're the third one. You're, You're the fourth one. And you're the fifth one. No! Awkward. Okay, you. Yeah, you're good. All right, cool. Let's move you guys back down here. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. RIFE. Image combine. What do you say, Bay? Oh, that's kind of cool, actually. I mean, it's working. It's doing what I thought it would, but you know, it's too bad we lose so much facial detail as time goes on with the thing. But I mean, it's probably not the best way to even be using SVD, but it's just very interesting. It makes very cool, weird footage. Huh. Okay, let's yeah. Let's try it with, so I don't need you at all. Let's undo you and then grab new footage from Pexels. There's somebody walking towards the camera. Away might be interesting too, but I think it'll put their face on the back of their body, which is always creepy. That might work. She's actually facing the camera and walking towards it. Let's try that. Okay. Maybe I'll pull the background out too. Let's try a superhero holding a coffee. Portrait photograph. Oh, I see what I did. Cancel. 0. Let's go from the very beginning. Might make a male superhero. Well, that's interesting. Let's see what SVD does with that. I love how it just changed the color of her shirt. Kept the pattern though. That's crazy. So this one just works by generating one frame of the first video, like with regular SD 1.5, and then using that frame as the input footage for SVD. So we have a lot of control here actually when it comes to what we want the input video to look like with this method, because we're not tied to a conditional prompting system on something we don't understand. We're all pretty used to 1.5 by now, and we can get around it and use LoRa's and do whatever we want to do. So if you want to maintain character consistency and stuff, you can probably train your own LoRa's and pop them in there and use IP adapters and all that stuff to get you towards the result you want for your initial frames before we even get into the SVD side of it. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Let's try this one. 0 plus 14 is 14. Duh. 14 plus 14 is 28. 28 plus 14 is 42. And 42 plus 14, 56. All right. Okay, so we've just gone in a completely different direction with the face. This should be totally insane as the person's face keeps changing. Weird. Yeah, it's like everything everywhere all at once. Person keeps changing and flipping. A zombie one might be cool. We can crop in different quadrants, so should be possible. If the subject's off to the side or something, I think we can fix that. Wonder what it does with like animals. We should be able to, right? Boom, 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 boom. It's doing a lot better job keeping the face really stable. It's crazy. I'll just put up a female superhero, probably. I'm gonna grab a water while this finishes. You guys should stand up and stretch. You don't have to. I'm not your mom. But it wouldn't hurt. All right. Are we done? Like we're done? All right, let's stitch them. ComfyUI output Mr. Bean. Should probably change that folder name since it makes no sense now. Okay. Final stitch. 30 save. Let's turn the ping pong off. Hit it. So I had an idea while I was making coffee. I actually like this. It's kind of neat. I like the way it's sort of shifting between realities like this. It's interesting. But I had an idea. So we're generating this image and we're using SD15, which means we can actually use IP adapters to get us closer to where we want to be. So I'm wondering if I can use IP adapters to really, really influence the way the person looks. So how do we do that? Well, IP adapters runs through the model. So we're loading our realistic vision model here. We need to load a, I think it's like apply IP adapter apply encoded. Yeah. Yeah. And then we get all the other nodes from here. IP adapter, we're going to get an IP adapter model loader. We're going to use the plus face because we are doing face stuff. Embeds, we're going to get an IP adapter encoder, which is going to give us our 4 image embed. And we're using IP adapter plus because we're doing face. We're doing faces. Clip vision, we can get a clip vision loader. All right, so these two loaders can go together. Plus face and clip vision SD15. IP adapters, if you need these models or IP adapters at all, manager, install custom nodes, IP adapters, and it's this one, ComfyUI IP adapter plus. You go to the GitHub by clicking on the link. And here's all the downloads you need and where they're supposed to go, what folders they go in. It's all explained here. Just go here, read it, do it. You can ask on my Discord, but lots of people have already asked because it's all here. All right, and then and then yeah. We can even try some masking, but we're not going to do that right now. Load image node, but between the load image node and here and the encode, we're going to prepare an image for clip vision. That's a node. Whoops, did I? Yeah, okay. Prep image for clip vision. All right. Image goes there. And with IP adapters, I just like to put it on all 4. Set this to like 0.85, 0.8 to start because it's usually very strong. And now we can just pick a person. I'll just use my stupid face, I guess. So let me get my face. Boop. All right. And let's do that first video. Actually, this one might work. Yeah. Okay. So we'll start at 0. Let's skip first frame 0. Now, let's go 43-year-old man, horn-rimmed glasses, gray beard. It's going to get all that from the image, hopefully. So, if I'm right, this will, when it runs, really try to like put my likeness on it, but you know, you never know. Let's try it. I mean, not bad. You can see where it got most of that from. Pretty cool. Let's let that run and see what it looks like. Cool. Okay. So I've just done 4 more runs, every 14, skipping 14 frames sequentially. Forgot to set that to center. Whoops. Maybe I'll clean this up and just throw the workflow on my Discord. Because this is confusing. Confusing AF, as the children say. Get depth frames? Where are the depth frames going? Did I delete something? What's the depth frames going into the SVD? Oh yeah, we good. Oh, this is probably for so we can see them. Don't save the output. Show me MP4s. 10. Yeah, sure. Nice. All right. That's pretty cool. All right, let's get this back and clean. All right, so this is crop and resize. Where you come from? Robust video matting? Yeah, we'll just make. We're already using set and get. Let's clean it up more. Set. We'll set a. We'll call you input frames. You know to beat up. Okay, and then. Yeah, you're fine. And then we'll get it. Get node input frames. Skadoosh. You and you. That nice blue color. That's not it. That's not it. Uh-oh. I want that color. Ah, that's annoying. All right. Thought this was supposed to go the right color and whatever. All right. How many we got? 2 more. So input video matting. What's this? That's the matting preview. Input frames. Yep. Okay. Should probably put you guys beside. If we go matting down here, you go up here. Hopefully the same size. Yeah, that's better. All right, cool. Yeah, frame load cap. Input video. These are settings. Your settings too, technically. Let me just pop the prompts here. Actually, maybe we pop. Wait. Oh, yeah, you're good. Line art. What do you need the width and height for? Oh, for. Wait. Oh, yeah, it's all connected. Okay. I get it. And then, yeah, okay. I get it. This makes sense. Ish. Okay. And that's all. ControlNet. Yeah, ControlNet, IP adapters, settings. Maybe like like that. Yeah. Settings. Depth frames. Cool. Those are done. Let's stitch them. Cool. If I wanted to stitch the end onto the... Could I not get the first frame? Yeah, can I add another RIFE? Here. Right, no. I want image combine here. I want image combine into the RIFE. And I also want to add from this one, the first image, flip it around. If I'm right, that should stitch the first frame back onto the end of the video and make it a perfect loop. Oh, right. That just made it 3 times slower than the other video. So for that, the multiplier on this RIFE would have to be 1, right? I think. It's kind of cool in ultra slow-mo, though. I think that... What's fast mode? Okay, that should be regular speed. Yeah. Ooh, it's really fuzzy, though. I need to get rid of this. Go away, Steam. Okay. Actually, that one's kind of bad too. Ooh, I wonder if it's just bad by nature. Anyway, my point is, I guess I don't actually need to. I want to stitch them all together. I could stitch the final frame onto the last one before it goes into this RIFE, right? Can we just do this? Where are you coming from? No, you're supposed to come from here. Combine it with the first image. Right? I think I have to RIFE them though. That's pretty cool. It jumps though. See, I think there needs to be one RIFE before there. Might be wrong, but let's see. No. Do, and do. Then you two combine. RIFE, and then it combine. Right? I forget how I did this. Let me look at my... Oh, I don't have it anymore. Bummer. Forgot I lost all my node templates when I formatted. All right, well, that's all fine. All right. Well, this is cool anyway. With the IP adapters, it works. So let's try trying to think of a character that's recognizable. Let's try Kermit the Frog. On a headshot. That might work. That's probably the one. All right, let's try Kermit. All right, we're gonna clip center. Yep. Out of 8. Let's try a different input video. Should Kermit be dancing? Maybe. Where's all my dancing videos? Pexels. What's the best video for Kermit? Maybe this one. Yeah, this might be weird. Okay. Kermit the Frog. Brushing his hair. And start on frame 0. See what we get. Oh, Jesus. I mean, I'm willing to ride out the nightmare, see what we get. You just hiding on me, OBS? What the heck? Oh, okay. I mean, it has groups now. Not so great. All right. Well, I mean, it's working. It's just nightmarish because I use, Kermit the Frog instead of, something normal. But yeah, I mean, this is actually working surprisingly well. I really like stitching them all together. It's pretty neat. I can't tell why it looks like crap though. I guess the inputs kind of look like that. And the RIFE isn't helping. Maybe film? Hmm. Maybe this makes more sense like this. Yeah. Yep, that's true. Yeah, Mickey Mouse in the public domain tomorrow. Only Steamboat Willie version though. Well, this is a butt ugly workflow, but it works. All right. Feel like I want more of a interpolation back to that first frame, but whatever. We get that shabonk back there. All right, cool. All right, let's find a good image and maybe RoboCop. Wonder if we can do RoboCop. There we go. No. I just want his head. It is RoboCop's head. Good old RoboCop. We got two comfies open. Oh, okay, yep. Oof. RoboCop brushing his hair. 35 millimeter photography. Oh no, we're not. I'm not trying to do face mapping. I'm just really messing around. But yeah, just playing with IP adapters and depth motion control and all the fun stuff. Not bad. This should be nightmarish. Oh, weird. Oh. Just get off the IP adapters completely, turn it off. And let's just try Margot Robbie, 30 years old, brushing her hair. Yeah, that's true. Jonathan Fleischoff just tweeted and mentioned that I might be able to use animate diff as a finisher for these too. Might be worth investigating, especially with LCM. I think that awful experiment's for another night, though. Yeah. SVD loses so much in the motion sometimes. Let's try this at double speed, but let's skip it ahead to like 64 frames in. Oh, what's your matter? Oh. Why you mad, bro? Oh, can't just mute robust video matting. Interesting. Whoa. Something wrong with her nose. Like when she pulls her scalp off her head. All right. Well, that's pretty cool. I mean, this is pretty much all I wanted to cover tonight. Just temporal SVD and loading up depth maps and getting that from the input footage. So yeah, if you want to play with this at home and you have more than 16 gigs of VRAM or more than 14 gigs, this is a really cool workflow. I think I will try some experiments on my own with feeding this directly to animate diff for image to image, but the trick there is to get good input footage on the way in, and with SVD, yeah, it's just losing the cohesion over the course of the depth map, which I kind of expected, honestly, because this isn't really how you talk to SVD in this way, but you know, it's fun and it's cool and it's interesting, and I like smeary weird AI art, and this definitely fits the bill for smeary weird AI art. So have fun, play, do your thing. If you have any questions, I all the setups at the beginning of the video. And as always, if you like these videos and you want them to keep going, you can subscribe to my Patreon. You can subscribe for free just to get access to files and stuff. But there's also a $5 a month for just for supporting tip jar type situation. You get a special. I think I see a watermark. Ooh, that's not good. You see that? That's a watermark. Interesting. That's not good. Anyway, yeah. I wonder where that's coming from. Hopefully not SVD. Weird. All right. Yeah. So hit up the Patreon, hit up my Discord. Everything's at pers.xyz. All the links are there. Yeah. Pers loves you, and have a great night. And I'll be back next year, aka 2 or 3 days from now. Have a happy new year, everybody. Happy holidays, and we'll see you very soon. And yeah, we'll be going over more ComfyUI nonsense and going crazy stuff and getting mental with the workflows again soon. But yeah, tonight I just wanted to take it easy and play with SVD and the temporal depth thing now that I got it working. So yeah, if you have trouble getting it working, hit up Anadoko, check out the Stable Video Diffusion channel in there. Or on my Discord, there's people that have got it working. So yeah, you feel free to ask in the help channel. And yeah, have a great night, everybody. Thank you for hanging out as always, and we will see you very, very soon.